would like to say that context aside, I think the production of this episode was more like a TV show than any other episode we've watched. It was a higher quality. The acting was slightly better. There were more women speaking, thank God, even though they were evil. Um,
Emily likes the space boobies. We've established this. Check episode 2 of this season.
I like boobs in general. Come on.
Hello and welcome to Onesies, a podcast of one season wonders and blunders. My name's Andrew.
My name is Emily.
We're talking about Quark, ladies and gentlemen, the 1977
NBC.
the sitcom starring Richard Benjamin, Tim Thomerson, the Barnstable twins. Don't care what Ficus's name is.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. Janice? Jnis something, maybe for palindromes guy?
Palindrome something Janice. Yeah, his last name is Janice.
Okay.
We're watching the last episode of Quark called Vanessa something sexist, 38, 24, 36.
Vanessa
Aired.
does not get a credit. Did we?
Vanessa does not get a credit? Aw,
No.
poor lady. This aired on April 7th in 1978. Again, the final episode of the show.
This
Directed by
beloved cult classic.
Directed once again by Hy Averback, who directed several other episodes. Oh, in fact, most of the episodes. 4 other episodes. So, congratulations on getting to the end.
Oh, okay. What a weird thing they do on IMDb. Okay, so actually Vanessa was voiced by Marianne Bunch, who also played her creator in this episode. Marianne Bunch's last credit is a film called Wavelength from 1983, starring Robert Carradine, it's Wavelength. Oh my God. Oh, damn. She's not the lead. She can't. She's holy. I can't barely find her. Wavelength is the movie about like a young couple saving child-sized aliens from the government. It's one of these infamously, there's no point in seeing it, but it sounds weird movies of the 80s. Okay. And really anytime. So the episode, and now last episode we did a two-parter, which actually comes back because they mentioned quasi-norms in this again.
Yeah, in passing, but yeah.
I mean, that's the
most connection between episodes. Yeah, absolutely.
And that Andy the robot was created by, Andy the android was created by Quark. That does come back.
Except that in the original pilot, it's created by that other mad scientist guy who goes away.
Yes. The Buck Henry written episode, the single Buck Henry involvement in this show that has lived on as Buck Henry's Quark. Okay. So but last episode we had some changes to how it opened and things because it was a two-part episode. This episode starts like it is what we sort of thought Quarks were going to be. We open on the space station. There are antics going on. It is the Happy 11th, which is apparently the holiday of the future. We do not get any explanation of this holiday. It is
Happy number 11. It's very vague. People give each other gifts. There are choir singers in the space station who are aliens with just humans with like weird helmets on and stockings over their faces you can clearly see their human faces underneath. It's creepy.
This one's a little strange because, as Emily mentioned at the open, it has like higher production values in terms of like there are set pieces, there are effects shots, there are lots of effect shots. And it's just a very strange last episode.
It's almost like they didn't know they were getting canceled.
And they were like, we figured it out, guys. We've got it. But they do there are some missing elements. Like We don't have the furry alien, that the furry love-struck alien. We have the a new one that does beepity boop and is like covered in black rope. They made it
And
with
like
it.
and like red too. It's like black, brown, and red. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And he's just annoying Palindrome. Palindrome is, I'm not the head. I just work for the head. You can't
So
blame all your problems on me.
it does, yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell whether or not. Sadly, I bet there's a book or something about this, but this felt like it should have been the like second pilot. Maybe this is the third pilot, and they said fuck you. But because it's just wild that we've watched 7 episodes of this show where the special effects have literally been recycled from footage shot in 1977, only for them in the last episode to be like, hey, wait a second. We figured out how we're going to get Emily to watch this show. We figured out how we'll get
Really,
Emily to come back next
really.
week
Yeah.
in a world of giants. Um, okay, so, but I mean, it is besides like the little changes, like our adorable little love-struck alien, it is sort of the template that we'd already established for Quark. Quark's going to get his mission. Palindrome's not going to tell him what it is beforehand. We're going to wait for the head. Quark's going to get his mission with 2 other captains, both who get better missions or something.
Palindrome promises Quark that it's going to be the best mission, that this is his number 11 present, and takes him into the room to get the mission from the head. And the 2 other captains come in. One's just a blah white guy, one is a black woman. She has a single line. She says, "Hi, Quark," or something like that, right? A
Hey, if she got
single
paid.
line.
Hey, if
And
she
she
got
got paid.
paid.
I know. And the head comes on the screen, gives the white guy a mission of returning to his home planet to consummate his love. He had been stolen away on his wedding night
By the head.
by the head for a mission. Sorry, I just had a stupid joke in my head. By the head, and he gets to return home. And Quark is like, "Holy shit, is it better than this? Is it better than this?" And Palindrome's like, "It's way better. You'll never believe it." They give the mission to the black lady, and it is like you get to captain the most scientifically advanced ship in our fleet, the most advanced ship that has ever been produced in the galaxy. Have at her. And Quark is like, "No way, it's better than that. There's no way." And Palindrome's like, "Nope, way better, way better." And the head says, "Quark, you are going to be the subject of one of my new experiments, Galaxy in Infinitum," or whatever he says. And Quark is like, "I don't want to fucking be an experiment. I've done your experiments before." And Palindrome's like, "No, no, no, trust me. It'll be fine. You'll love it. It's going to be great." And I'm thinking, is he going to fuck this computer? Because already knowing kind of what the episode's about, I was like, holy cow. Well, in fact, he goes onto the ship and discovers beautiful, beautiful, what's her name?
Marianne Bunch.
Marianne Bunch. What a terrible name for a beautiful woman. Um, is there with
Get the
Conrad
t-shirt at
Janis.
onesiespod.com. What a terrible name for a beautiful woman.
Make fun of me. I am a lady. Um, so Palindrome and Marianne Bunch, Dr. Cheryl Evans, um, are telling Quark about his mission. And that is, well, yes.
Oh no, I since Emily's not going to point this out because she now likes this show, Marianne Bunch is dressed like Ornella Moody from Flash Gordon.
Yeah,
She is dressed
very Flash
like
Gordon.
she is dressed as though it's one of those things. It's not quite one of the, it's like the Marilyn Monroe thing where you're like, wait a second, am I in trouble for watching this on television? Like, how did they get away with this? It's not quite that, but it is. She's in a skimpy space princess outfit.
Slinky, not
Like,
skimpy.
okay,
Slinky.
all right.
It's long,
Hmm.
but it's form fitting. And it's covered in sequins. Love.
And there's a giant slit up to her navel in the leg, and also the cleavage line, it meets it. There's like a little button down at her navel where the two things meet.
Andrew is not sex positive. That's fine. We all know
I
this.
am just pointing out. Well, also, Palindrome's going to turn on her because he doesn't want to fuck her after he figures out she's nuts. So there's that. That whole subtext that Palindrome has like subjected Quark to all this because Palindrome thought he was going to get laid really needed better play. Like
Yeah, it
Palindrome
did.
really doesn't get shit this episode. It's weird.
Yeah.
Even though he's in it a bunch and he has like, well, they take it away so they can surprise in the third act because this is new Quark. Okay, so we get this terrible scene where Quark, who has saved the universe
Seven
three
times.
times, no, only three, has just captured the most wanted Gorgon in history. Quark asks the computer Vanessa, who is installed.
We didn't even introduce that yet. So Dr. Cheryl, what's her name, and Palindrome pull Quark aside. Is his team with him?
Yeah, they're on the bridge. Well, they're on the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. And explains that they've installed this new computer into his ship, and it is Vanessa 362438, whatever. And she's the most sophisticated computer in the world, the universe, the galaxy, whatever. And the experiment is to have her run the functions of the ship rather than Quark and his crew. And there's a debate. Dr. Cheryl is like, no, no, no. She's super sophisticated. She can do anything. Quark, she's here to prove that you and your team are obsolete. And then there's like, he mugs to the camera. No, he doesn't mug to the camera, but he gives kind of a scrunched up face to the camera.
Somebody in the notes that led to this, somebody was like, I don't ever want to fucking hear Richard Benjamin talk to me again.
Except he does quite a bit. And when he does, it's almost completely irrelevant.
You've watched this twice. I've only watched.
I did watch it twice.
Shit! But he does them as, oh yes, the star logs. Yes.
Yes,
oh,
he does a couple star logs. Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
One is literally just to be a bigot, and the other one is I don't even remember. So Dr. Cheryl and Palindrome are talking about it. There's a discussion about whether or not human intelligence, the human element is necessary in decision making and doing. And of course, Ficus sides with the computer and the doctor.
Oh no. The way Quark phrases it is, do you respect me as a commander or something?
Right.
It's
do you believe in me? Do you believe in me? Yeah.
And the computer's like, are you fucking kidding? You're Richard Benjamin. And then he gets all pouty about it. He's like, well, Palindrome, as we all know, the human spirit drives the Federation, blah, blah, blah. He's just pissy. It's just.
Yeah, he's kind of pissy. Ficus sides with the computer. Andy kind of sides with the computer because he's ready to be off the ship. As always, he's kind of super whiny, but they do use him, I guess, in a way that's not him just being a whiny bitch.
That's true, and he does not
being a whiny bitch
assault,
the whole time. He doesn't sexually assault
Vanessa.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But the clones are loyal to Adam still at this point, and Gene is just wanting, like, he just wants action, so he doesn't care. Whoever's going to give him the most action, right?
The clones and Gene have a little bit less this episode, and there's a little bit more to the guest star plot, even though it's just the computer stuff. Well, we'll get to the miniature effects. Also, we didn't mention it. When they get to the ship, it's docked in space in the station.
Okay,
so we have a new effect shot of the garbage ship being docked. I believe we then go back to one of the reused shots, but we did have that first shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's more to come, folks. More special effects to come.
I was going to have the special effect 3D printed for you and get it for you as a little present, but after you did that, I'm not going to anymore.
What did I do?
I'm not going to do it anymore.
What did I do? What did I do?
We don't have that kind of podcast, Emily. We don't talk about
What
those
did I
things.
do? I'll apologize for it.
Don't.
What did I do? I'll apologize for it.
Don't you dare. You can email Mr. Emily at onesiespod.com and tell him
He would have done the
did.
same damn thing. He would have done the same damn thing. You think that I'm the servant to my man? You think he's going to get me in trouble?
No, that wasn't. I just was trying to get through this bit. But also now I guess I know how come pink eye's always going around at your house. But anyway, moving on. What is it? Okay, so then Quark's pissy, Palindrome and the doctor leave. We then maybe commercial break, but we definitely come back on a Starlog about how they're into their mission. The crew's fucking thrilled.
Yeah, the crew likes her
because they don't have to work anymore.
And Adam is purposefully reserving any judgment, any outward judgment, until things go awry. He's still not very trusting, but he is a little bit people know that something is wrong. And so there comes a point, exit the Starlog, where somebody's asking him if he's okay. And the whole crew is discussing, is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? And Vanessa's like, he doesn't trust me. He does not trust me. He thinks that I'm going to do something bad. And they're all like, Adam, what are you talking about? She's great. I can't help but speak like the clones, slowly, as if somebody is trying to say the same thing at the same time.
Yes. We missed that they give Vanessa a test of intelligence. And it's really stupid, but the clones...
It's really stupid. I fucking hate that shit because I guess Ficus might be able to answer that question because didn't he answer it? It's like some math equation that also requires information about the collective age of the crew or everybody in the room or something. And it's it's not something that a calculation that the average person, the average garbage collector could do to prove whether it's right or wrong. I mean, a proof could be made, but not that quickly, even in the span of the aftermath of that, right? It would take a minute to be okay, the collective age of the crew is this, and then blah, 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 whatever. And I don't know what times 7 is 9 or what times 9 is 7, but that was kind of threw me off. But yeah, I thought that test was pretty stupid, I guess, is my point. But she got it right, allegedly. I would never know. I don't know.
None of us will, because we don't. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the collective age of the crew. But they're on the ship. Everything's going well until after the Starlog and Vanessa just, telling everybody that Quark doesn't trust her. There's an alert on the ship, and they are being approached by a Gorgon ship. A battleship. So it's
the
big.
biggest they've ever seen.
They have to very quickly make a decision. And I don't know if Vanessa suggests something, but Quark is as the crew is debating what they should do, Quark is no, stop the ship. We're going to stand our ground here. And they're like, are you kidding me? We'll be annihilated. At which point Gene has the opportunity to get all gun crazy, but he doesn't. And even Ficus is like, what is happening? And everybody is questioning the judgment of Adam Quark. And there's a countdown, there'll be a crash in 6 seconds, and you flash to everybody's faces and they're scared, and then nothing happened. And Quark says, this was not real. This was Vanessa implanting this into our computers, making us think it's happening. We couldn't see the ship on the screen. I trust my intuition more than I trust this machine. And proving again that Vanessa is not as good as she or that human instinct is not as irrelevant as logic, I guess.
The crew then unites around Adam for what it's worth, um, apologizing to him, things like that. And he's like, well, you know what? You all really hurt my feelings. So I'm going to take my dog for a walk.
And we
And
meet this creature again that we haven't
that's
met since like the
since
first episode.
second. Was it in the
Second?
first one or was it in the second one? I can't
I don't remember.
remember.
It's been that long.
And it tried to eat him last time. That doesn't come
Yeah.
back
No.
at all. It's just a fucking blob on a leash. It's a floating blob.
Yeah.
So they go through a protracted getting ready to go out.
Again, at which time the crew comes in and is like, I'm so sorry, Adam. Bah, 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 bah. There's this really annoying, needy thing with the clones, the Bettys, where they're like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's fine. It'll be fine. And they're like, no, I'm really sorry. Yeah, you already said that. No, but Adam, you'll never know. Back and forth. Really fucking annoying. He accepted your apology. Move the fuck on, you weirdos. And even Jean comes down and apologizes, right?
The Lady Jean
The Lady
apologizes.
Jean apologizes.
And this is when Quark has his
yeah.
big monologue. Yeah.
Where he
Or
Star
big
Note.
Starlog, yeah.
Star Note, Jean having full sets of X chromosomes and Y chromosomes makes him an unusual person indeed, or something like that. And it's like, okay, that's completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Did not need to be there just to point out that. Like, there's no need. Whatever.
So Quark then goes out and what happens then? He goes
out and his air hose gets broken on the way out.
Yeah. And it's unclear, like the door closes on it. So you're just like, was the door going to be open the whole time you were in space?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But then
so he goes out in space with the dog and he realizes that his air hose is broken. Is it a talking directly to the camera, or is it another Star Note where
I don't know.
He says there's something happening. There's some kind of dialogue happening about how he only has 10 minutes of that's Ficus who says he only has 10 minutes of air left. Don't remember this whole
you've
thing
seen it twice too.
I know.
Like, you'll have to edit in after you watch it again.
Yeah,
because we know.
But this scene is my favorite thing in the world. Which, but cut back inside to the bridge, and the Bettys sit down, and I hope Adam really accepted our apology. He'll never know what it's like to have a hysterical fit because second wave feminism hasn't hit yet. And even Jean, no, never mind. They're like, Adam is so strong. He's so brave. He's so calm in the face of adversity. And then they're like, and he's outside the window right now. And you see Adam Quark like, meh, even though sound doesn't travel in space, whatever. And they talk about how he has 10 minutes of air left. That's Ficus. Jean mentions that the only way for him to get back inside the ship is to get on the crane. If he doesn't get on the crane that picks up trash, he will just float away into space. What they don't even attempt, in my recollection, is to try to steer the ship to collect him. Oh no, they do, because they're trying to use the controllers, the grabbies, to grab him, and they can't. The ship has taken control of everything. Okay. So they can't even steer the ship to collect him, even like through an open door, right? Which he ends up opening. So we cut to the outside of the ship, and Adam is, but there's these beautiful little models, beautiful, 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 of Adam landing on the crane, his little ball sack landing right on that edge. I was so excited. And then he pews the garbage door open, and he uses the crane to propel himself into the trash heap. No mention on how the door closes again. But he's got the dog on a leash, so the dog is also safe if anybody's worried. And like it's not as anticlimactic as we're making it seem. I mean, there is a little bit of drama, but it is pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah. Intercut, we forgot to mention, is palindrome subplot with the doctor, where by this
Mm.
time he has realized she is not just some hot doctor lady who'll hook up with him because he's the head's number two,
She's a
but
second wave feminist
she's a
who
second wave
wants to kill
feminist who
men.
wants to
Yeah,
kill men,
cool.
and everybody else on the ship. So he's like, well, it's not like the computer would hurt Quark if it was mad. And she's like, hey, it'd kill him or something. Or not. They don't even say it. We just go womp womp. Or no, it's even worse. It's this is when you tell me, of course not, palindrome.
Yeah.
And so we're going into this knowing Vanessa's going to try to kill them. So Quark gets back in the ship and he's like, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm totally chill. Everything's fine.
No, even
No.
better. He's like, thank you for accepting that human intuition is better than anything else, guys. Let's go now engage in the number 11 day tradition of taking a
Yes.
shower together. To which the Bettys are like, all right, like finally. Ugh, gross. And, they have to stop Jean from overreacting. And then they all go into the shower together. But it's a pretty big shower. They all fit pretty comfortably. And you realize that that is the only place in the ship that the computer cannot hear or observe them. And they make a plan to get rid of Vanessa. What we don't know is that Andy, who is not involved in the shower because he's a robot, um, is getting his batteries charged by Vanessa. And in fact, Vanessa uses that as an opportunity to take over Andy's systems. So he is now no longer in control of his functions. So when Adam puts on his spacesuit again, I don't remember if there's a reason that's given.
He's
Was there?
gassed the rest of the crew.
Well, yeah, but why does he? I thought he had the spacesuit on already. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's got a spacesuit on because Vanessa has gassed the rest of the crew and they're sleeping. I think we're supposed to believe they're sleeping. And
Including Ficus, which makes no sense.
yeah, I guess I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works because I don't know the backstory of Vegetons like you do.
True.
The deep.
You're not willing to do your own research. You just listen
I
to
have
what you
not
read
read the.
online.
I have not read the show Bible for this, so I don't know. Adam Quark in his suit does not fall asleep because of the gasoline or the gas that is pumped into the ship, and he dissembles Vanessa. She's just a little box, still larger than any computer that exists today. And he throws her into space.
Yep.
And I don't know how the gas is cleared. I don't know how the crew is woke up. Because we pretty quickly cut to the space station again, right?
Yeah.
And then what's our next mission?
Not
And
watching this show.
it's to go clean up number 11 party trash Waka Waka.
Yeah.
I loved the models. I loved the models.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch anything with a model in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, the production value was a little higher than what we've seen,
but
still not like, wow, this is a good television show. There were so many instances where people were cut to very quickly, like they couldn't get the whole crew in a room for very long, and so there were scenes where they would cut to Jean, and it would just be a real super close up of Jean. Maybe Tim Thomerson was at the Comedy Store that night.
Deep cut, or something. Yeah, and it seemed like a Hail Mary, but as a Hail Mary, it's weird just because they put so much more into it. Like,
yeah,
But what they didn't put into it was a lot of aliens. So we
Mm-hmm.
lost the space station aliens. So it's like they were like, you can only have models if you return all those masks to Spirit Halloween. And they were like,
Yeah.
damn it, okay.
So we'll put stockings over somebody's head and use paper mache to make some creature head on a helmet.
Buck Henry's kid, maybe. Maybe Buck Henry's high Averback's kid was doing the crafts that day. Um, yeah.
So we
So
talked a bunch of shit about Quark, and it was problematic as hell. Still fun. Still better than Dracula the series.
God, that is a dismal, dismal, dismal
Uh,
situation.
Still better than that Doctor movie in the Caribbean, the TV
Oh,
show. The TV show.
yeah.
That was hard.
That was a rough one. Is it better than Robin Hood?
No, the Robin Hood show was better. It was equally problematic, maybe more so, but it was funny. There were jokes. Like this had like aborted jokes in it. It was like, we want to do something funny and no, we don't anymore. Like, like they went right up to the line of funny and just never crossed it. Not even amusing, really. Like there
No.
was nothing ever really funny. So the Robin Hood show at least had jokes.
And I probably would watch Quark before Morton and Hayes again.
Oh my God. Oh, that had such promise. What a great concept. Poorly, poorly, poorly executed. Great concept, great cast.
I blame Rob Reiner. Okay. So announcing our next season.
Yay! What are we going to watch next time?
Since Emily did such a wonderful job picking Quark, I thought I'd pick something that she had passed on picking. 2003?
One.
One. Oh, are there going to be 9/11 references? Fakes, Emily. We are watching 2001's ABC. Why are you shaking your head like that? Because you
It's
don't
not
know?
ABC. It's not ABC. Is it? I think it's the CW friend. I think it's the
Oh,
CW.
oh, wow. So we're looking into some good production values too.
So this is our first foray out of, network television land since Dracula the series.
Okay.
Am I
Yes.
wrong?
No, you are. You are very correct. The WB, it is pre-CW. Pre-CW.
WB, holy shit.
We watching. Oh, yes, and it started in October. We will be watching 2001's Robert Saget vehicle, co-starring Academy Award winner Brie Larson and sympathizer Kat Dennings in Raising Dad.
Raising Dad, folks.
Raising.
It's a 22 episode CW show post Full House, but similar concept. I'm very excited. Very excited.
Excited, are you? Oh, good God. It really is just, wait, they all live together?
Yeah. Except for our friend.
Okay. Why do they live together? And who is Jerry Adler?
You'd recognize him if you
Oh,
saw him.
I'm going to recognize him. Oh
Yeah.
my. Okay.
So I'm very excited actually. I got talked into it. I got talked into it by not just you. Mr. Emily is also excited that we're watching this.
Is he gonna listen to the show or answer any of all those emails he's got or no?
Maybe.
Guest
We'll see.
spot? Okay.
He'll
All
guest
right.
spot, but
Well, we
only
have a
with me.
well, okay. With it the recording going or yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Um
I
yeah,
have to do a lot of editing.
it will be silent by the time you're done editing it. So yeah, so and we'll be doing double features
Yeah.
because
We I when I presented it as a 6 month long, 5 month long really, opportunity, Andrew was not excited about that. So we'll be watching 2 episodes at a time.
which I'll probably be unexcited about at some point as well. So we'll see. Didn't we do that? We did that with we did that when in our first few seasons, especially with
Yeah.
Free Spirit, and it would backfire because you'd open with a better episode than you'd finish with, and then someone would record and just be like, well, fuck this show. It's all about how the dad hates women and the brother hates women and the little boy's gonna fucking eat a woman or something and the witch
So
is gonna.
this one is good because there are no little, well, there are little boys, but in the family there are no little boys. So the sisters are, in it together. They don't have a little boy trying to record them nude or anything. Dad and grandpa live there too. Their mother passed away is sort of the similarity to Full House. So
And one of them's a Nazi sympathizer, just like Full House. Live in hell. Okay. So that will be next week. Cool. Is this our first? No, besides Doctor Who, is this our first? No, Freaks and Geeks was 2000, right?
99, I think,
So this
maybe
is
into
like
2000.
our first real step into the 2000s TV seasons.
Yeah.
That's
And it
interesting.
really does feel like a modern sitcom. I've watched the first episode. No spoilers.
Was Dweebs your idea?
Maybe.
All right, folks. We'll be back.
Yay! Thank you for listening to this season of Onesies where we talked about Quark. Join us next time when we start with the first two episodes of the CW's 2001 sitcom, Raising Dad. Andrew, I'll see you in Television Land.
See you in television land, Emily.